Hi. Before we start today's video, I want to make it clear that we're talking about something a little serious today. It's a story that involves drug abuse and rehab, and if those topics of conversation are upsetting to you, please take this as a sign to click away from the video now. I won't get mad. Additionally, I have turned off monetization for this video. I don't make much money on these in the first place, but this is a story about someone's struggle, and I do not want to profit off of that. And now we can start the video. It's not going to be here. I'm going to move back to the couch where I usually do it. I mean, the bed is comfortable, but there's no, support, and I have bad posture, and you don't care. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my commentary channel, and thank you for being here today. Today, we're going to be talking about celebrity relationships. Don't leave the video. I know how that sounds, but stay with me. There is a bigger picture that we'll get to. People have cared about celebrity relationships for as long as there have been celebrities. Those little magazines you see at the checkout line of Target have been fueling the gossip machine for decades. And it makes sense to me why, because celebrities are images that have been crafted by PR teams to get us to like them. So when two of them are romantically linked, everyone is already kind of automatically invested. I don't blame anyone for being invested in celebrity relationships because it makes sense to me why they would be. But as with everything, it can be taken too far. Because celebrity lives are obsessed over and studied by fans, whenever something big or small happens, the conversation around it sometimes snowballs. And that snowball effect is why we are here today, so let's get to the story. The celebrity in question today is a very well-known comedian with a wide range of fans. He's well known for his offbeat style of comedy, and I don't know why I'm pretending there's a reveal. You've read the title. John Mulaney is a stand-up comedian who saw a recent explosion in fame since his comedy specials were highlighted on Netflix. John's style of comedy is playing on the absurdity of things, telling offbeat stories, and engaging with the audience by being relatable and down-to-earth. Personally, I really enjoy John Mulaney's stand-up specials, and I find him to be a very entertaining comedian. I would go as far as to say he's in my top 4 of modern stand-up comics. Not to generalize, but a lot of male comedians rely on stereotypes and offensive stories to make themselves stand out, and when you see so much of it for so long, it actually starts blending them all together. By comparison with these other male comics, John was a wholesome comedian. He jokes about his baby face and his childhood stories. He talks about how much he loves his ugly dog, and he has a few bits about how much he loves his wife. His fans would go on Instagram and see the photos of John, his wife, and their dog, and immediately painted them as the perfect family. To them, they seemed like a wholesome couple with a perfect life. But as you can probably guess, you know where this story is going. Well, actually, you don't need to guess. It's in the title. Why do I keep... As with most stories around celebrities, the fans were actually doing the heavy lifting. They read into these innocent photos and assumed that it was a seamless life, which makes their reaction to what happens next extremely unbalanced. Half a year ago, the first story broke out that John had actually checked into rehab over a drug dependency. At the same time, John's wife took his last name off of her Instagram page and removed all of the photos with him in it. Immediately, the internet started hypothesizing and speculating on what was happening. And first of all, immediately, I found that reaction to be extremely disrespectful. Rehab is not insignificant. It takes a lot of courage and willpower to actually recognize a problem, let alone seek help for it. And the fact that people were just using John in rehab as a clue to try to uncover this bigger mystery was disgusting. When I saw that there were articles titled, "Did John Mulaney get a divorce over his drug rehabilitation?" I just got so tired. That's not how you talk about a person. Doesn't matter if they're famous or not. And these people making mile-long Twitter threads trying to comb through all of these details and clues, it only fueled the problem. And thankfully, this theorizing did not last very long. With John in rehab and his wife not posting, eventually people got bored because there was no new information, and like with every internet trend, they moved on pretty quickly, thankfully. But then we fast forward to now, where John is out of rehab and actually announcing new stand-up shows. His fans immediately celebrated his return, and the tickets to his stand-up specials sold out instantly, so everyone was talking about John Mulaney being back. And then, in the middle of all of this buzz about his return, his wife made an official statement saying that John had asked for a divorce, which brought all of this excitement from his fans crashing down. The statement said that John had made this decision and that she was heartbroken over it, which confused and baffled his fans like their entire world was shaken upside down. But John Mulaney is famous for loving his wife. What happened here? That he wouldn't do that. He's one of the good ones. What happened here? What happened? Again, it's projecting. These fans are being shaken because their idealized version of this relationship in their head does not match up with reality, and it's giving them whiplash. And right after all that disorientation came the knockout punch. 2 days after his wife's statement, news broke out that John Mulaney was now in a relationship with the famous actress Olivia Munn.
John Mulaney and Olivia Munn are dating, according to multiple reports. E! News has reached out to John and Olivia's reps for comment.
Now, can you guess how his fans responded to that news? Does not take a detective to know where this train is headed. From what I saw, the range of reactions from this story were 2 days, that's a little in poor taste, John, all the way to love is dead, John Mulaney is a misogynist, I'm going to burn down my house. This was trending on Twitter in multiple hashtags. This felt like a national conversation. People were joking about it, people were crying about it, people were raging about it, but overall, everybody was taking this very limited information and just running with it. And before I continue, I just want to say that in a general sense, I get it. Kinda. John Mulaney is a beloved comedian to a huge audience. When it is presented that he is dating an actress 2 days after his wife publicly says they're divorced, it does not look amazing. And to this audience, this is seen as an affront to the image of him they had previously constructed. While John Mulaney is one of my favorite comedians, that does not make him an invincible figurehead to all that is good in the world. He is a person. People are complicated. If he gets a divorce, I'm not going to assume that love is dead. And I can't preface this enough by saying that I do not think this should be news. I understand that as long as we have celebrities, we're going to have celebrity relationship drama, but it just feels so tacky. I understand that there's going to be headlines about this, but we should look at that headline and say, oh, I feel bad for John and his wife. I hope they're okay, and I hope things continue to get better for them. And then we move on. We don't joke about it, we don't punch the wall over it, and we don't let it affect our overall lives. So I know I'm going to get some comments saying, well, if it's so unimportant, why are you making a video about it? And just, I get it. I know I'm playing like a role in the whole news machine about like obsessing over celebrity relationships, but again, there's a bigger issue here, and I'm trying to talk about that. This video is not about John Mulaney's divorce. It's about the conversation around John Mulaney's. Does that make sense? I know I'm gonna get those comments. Rehab is serious. Drug abuse is serious. I understand people being worried about someone's well-being when they go through something like that, but keeping that level of engagement up over relationship news we're not involved in does not seem right to me. I guess what I'm trying to say is you're allowed to be affected by stories like these, but maybe it's best if we process them internally and not create an entire spite-driven conversation to trend on Twitter. I can't imagine that's helpful for anybody, especially not the people involved. When you pass by those stupid magazines at the Target checkout counter, you're allowed to glance at the title. You're allowed to, read the clickbait and feel something over it. And that's not a crime. That's not bad at all. But purchasing that magazine and giving the creators money is what incentivizes them to make more and continue to profit off of people's misfortune. In conclusion, celebrity relationship news is fine as a guilty pleasure, but the issue is when we spend money and try to fuel... Oh, hang on. Just got an email alert. Oh no, the news that me and famous actress Florence Pugh are dating. Oh, that's so embarrassing, you guys. Don't talk about that. Oh, it's trending on Twitter. You guys, that's so embarrassing. Thank you to everyone who watched this video to the very end. I really appreciate that support, so thank you. If you agreed with my points in this video, tell me in the comments. If you disagreed with this video, tell me in the comments. I want to hear your opinions, no matter what they are. I will also leave more videos for you to watch and my social medias if you want to connect with me outside of YouTube. Hey, I say this often, but I mean it. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And I will see you in the next video. I love you lots. Bye.